welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute. It has been what, years? Was it years? Is it decades? And I'm here to bring back some special episode. So yeah, today's conversation is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more about me, my journey, and how far I have come. I did something really weird. I went back and I went to watch my old YouTube videos, and it was actually a very nice experience, because seeing my younger self put herself out there was absolutely amazing. And I could honestly see how much I have grown from that period up until now. So I decided that we're gonna do a video today. Do you know what the video is? We're gonna do a video about the 29 lessons that I have learned in my life. Obviously, this year is the decade that I turned 29, and this is the last decade of my 20s. I can't believe it. I actually cannot believe it has been technically 9 years since I turned 20. So I decided to do 29 lessons that I have learned in my 29 years on this earth. So we're gonna get into the video. Written it down on my iPad because I want to make sure that I'm hitting every point. So if you guys see me reading, just know that I'm getting the points from the points that I've written. It's 29 points. I can't remember everything. So I wrote it down so I can be organized and so that I could give you guys all the juicy tidbits. So the first point, the first lesson that we're going to talk about is you do not know yourself at 20, and that is okay. Honestly, when I turned 21, I thought I knew myself. Obviously, you guys know that your frontal lobe does not develop. Well, at that time, they said 25, but the truth about it is it doesn't develop till you're 32. So, you don't know yourself. You are still a baby. Don't let society tell you that, oh, you just turned 21, you're an adult, you can do all the things you need to do. No, you can't. Because you will look back and you'll be like, dang, what was I thinking? You really don't know yourself. First of all, I just want to put it out there that your 20s is your first ever time being an adult. You went from being a teenager and then the world thrust you into adulthood. You don't know yourself. You don't know what you're supposed to do as an adult at that time. And that's okay. I genuinely don't know why society has made it, especially women. I can't speak for the men because this is a matriarchal channel. So I'm only speaking for my girlies. And I know that society expects you to have all your shit together. You really don't. You literally just became an adult. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to faff about. A lot of us don't know what we're doing. We're just making things work. So if there are mistakes that you may have made in the past in your 20s, you need to give yourself some grace. You need to give yourself some grace because that was the first time you being an adult. Honestly, you didn't know. Nobody guided you. Nobody told you, oh, this is what you're supposed to do. There is no guidelines on how to be the perfect adult. So you need to just relax. So for anybody that is watching my channel and is coming into their 20s, relax. You don't have to have a business. You don't have to have your life all figured out. At 20, it's not the time to be thinking multi-millionaire. At 20, it's not the time to be thinking, oh, I need to buy the Birkins. De-influence yourself. Because you're on the right track. You are literally on the right track. And you should celebrate every little small wins at this stage because you're getting to know yourself. So try new things. Put yourself out there. Do things that you will never do on a normal day. You know why? Because you're getting to know who you are. What do you like? What does this version of you like? If you used to like to go to McDonald's, this version of you might like a little bit of luxury. You need to taste it. You need to put yourself out there. You need to make mistakes. Your 20s are for building you, and your 30s are for establishing who you are. So Don't get frantic. Don't feel like, oh, you have to follow the crowd. Oh, you're losing time. Oh, what am I doing? That is a lie from the pit of hell. That's what I want to tell you. So in your 20s, take it one step at a time. What do you like to do? What does this version of you like to eat? How does she like to look? And it's okay to change. How you are in 21 is not how you're gonna be at 25. That's okay. So you just I'm here to tell you, breathe, do like this. It's okay to not have your shit figured out. That is one of the biggest lessons that I learned, honestly, in my 20s. And the moment I understood that I am literally just an adult, I literally just came into this version of my life, no guidance, nobody's directing me, I relaxed. I honestly relaxed and I decided to just do me. And it has been an amazing journey so far. It takes time for your voice to develop. And when I mean voice, I mean your brand. I mean your personal brand. I mean what you stand for, how you present yourself, how you stand up for yourself. 20, you're going to learn so many different things and you're going to unlearn a lot of different things. There are so many things that you would have learned as a child, depending on your family background, that when you come into your 20s, when you're exposed, when you're a lot more exposed, you take a step back and you realize that this is not me, this is not what I want, this is not who I am. And then you begin to take steps to develop your voice. Your assertiveness comes with time. You need to give yourself time, baby. You're not going to wake up in the morning and you're just going to be like, I'm that boss bitch, I'm gonna tell everyone off. No, it's gonna grow. Even I, turning 29, there are so many times that something would happen to me and I would have to take a step back and be like, did I speak well of myself? Did I defend myself properly? But that's okay, because I learned from that experience and then I apply it to the next situation that, I have. Developing your voice actually means that you're going to learn a lot of stuff. It takes reading a lot of books. It takes exposing yourself to different experiences. It takes different life experiences to change your voice, to change how you present yourself in the world. It takes a lot of refining, to realize, okay, this is what I want to be putting out there in the world. So if you're currently on that stage where you're trying to find your voice, you're trying to be assertive, that's okay. Keep doing it. It doesn't happen overnight. Assertiveness and finding your voice doesn't happen overnight. It takes a lot of trial and error, and you have to be patient with yourself during this stage of your life, because this is your development stage. Just like an infant, we have infants, we have kids, in your 20s is the infantile stage of your adulthood. So you're still a baby. So it's gonna take time to find your voice, depending on the people that you surround yourself with, depending on the type of content you consume, depending on the type of person that you are. So just take it one step at a time. Don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself grace, because your voice will come in time. What you stand for would filter itself through your experiences, and then eventually you would find your voice. Not everybody would understand your vision. Let me tell you, when I was 19, 2016, if I'm exact, I always just knew that I was supposed to be in the front of the camera. Like, I just knew that my voice needed to be heard. So just out of fun, I decided to start my YouTube channel. Guys, it didn't last long. You know why? Because my dream was killed. My dream, or rather they tried to kill it, because I'm back here again. My dream was squashed. It has been very, very, very difficult for me to come back. But I'm grateful that I have a spirit that is not crushed easily. And I'm somebody who, despite the odds, I keep showing up. Hence why we are back on YouTube today. And it's so funny that fast forward 10 years later. Anyway, I said this to say that nobody would understand your vision. Now, there's something that I've always known from a very young age, is that God puts dreams in your heart. not for everybody to understand. And at the beginning stages, your vision is just going to be very raw, that a lot of people, they can see the light, but they may not necessarily see the trajectory of where that vision is going to take you. They don't understand it. To them, they are just there like, why do you want to put yourself out on YouTube? That's a lot. And sometimes a lot of people's negative talk about your vision is about their own lack of self-confidence. Rather, it's because they can't do it, so they cannot begin to fathom how you are doing it. So instead of them to encourage you, they tend to discourage you. And you have to realize that half of the time, it is not about you, baby. It's about them. So you have to filter through the words. You honestly have to filter through the words. And you have to know that not everybody would get it. So if God has placed something in your heart, if there's something that you've always wanted to do, if there's something that you've been thinking about, you need to get on it. Because not everybody will understand it. So stop talking to people and go and talk to God and ask God for direction and put yourself out there, because it just takes one. It literally just takes one opportunity for you to blow up. And it is okay. Just like, think about it. Okay, I like to use this beautiful example in the Bible. The story of Joseph, for example. Joseph had a dream. God put a dream in Joseph's heart. Do you understand? Joseph was supposed to become the vice president of Egypt, and God put this. I would assume that at that time Joseph was, let's say, nothing less than 16 years, and then he told the wrong people his vision, which was his brothers, and then we all know how that story ended. But dare I say is that he still ended up getting to that destination because he held on to that dream. He believed that God has given him a dream, and so he held on to it. He obviously had to go through some refinement for that dream to be as effective as it was when it needed to be. So please, from my own story, I'm even still healing, and me doing this video is a version of me that is just healing. And this video is actually also for myself, because I also need to remember that not everybody would understand it. Not everybody understands Roxanne Essentials. Not everybody understands how big I dream, and that's okay, because it's my dream. It's what God has placed in my heart. It's my vision. You don't have to God understand it. You just have to support, and you have to be your loudest support in the room. You have to be the one to talk to yourself. You have to be the one to bring that dream to fruition, because other people are gonna kill that dream. So I just want to say, and I hope this point lands, not everybody will understand your dream, and not everybody is meant to. That is why it's a dream. It's unique to you. Do you understand what I mean? Like, honestly, and to be honest, I am grateful that happened to me, because it taught me how to refine my craft. It also taught me to push past the naysayers. It taught me to still put myself out there. And now we're here today doing a 29 lessons video, and we're going to continue to document our journey out there. Because you have a dream and you feel discouraged, maybe by the people around you, please take your dream like this, package it inside your armpits, package it inside your pockets, and continue on. Because not everybody is meant to know your dream. That's why you don't share information with everybody, because some people are negative, and sometimes you need to protect that dream. You need to keep it hidden, because you need to refine it. You need to work on it. You need to, refine it, make your craft so that you can be an expert, so that when you're presenting it to the world, it is just beautiful. You have refined your craft, and because you are walking in your purpose. So let this be a lesson for everyone who is trying to build a vision. Build that vision. The people who don't understand it will still be the same people that will celebrate you when that dream comes to pass. Okay? You outgrow different versions of yourself. Who you were yesterday is not who you are today. And that is true. And I genuinely feel like as you move through your 20s, you have different versions of yourself. This is what people also need to understand. You outgrowing version of yourself does not mean that people will catch up, because people know you at different stages of your life. It's okay to change. You literally change. This part of you today, you could be the version of you that likes calisthenics, likes yoga, likes Pilates, and then you could just change into somebody who likes to lift weights. You could be someone who, used to be very romantically driven. And then you could change, to want to pour into yourself. That's okay. Like, it's okay. Different versions of you exist for different reasons. Like, honestly, watching that YouTube back was a different version of myself. I was a baby. I was young. I didn't know anything. I had not even developed in my brain. So just seeing that version of myself was just an amazing thing. And you need to be kind to every version of yourself, because each version of yourself brought you to where you are today. So don't be so ashamed of some parts of yourself. Embrace them. They are all you. They are all versions of you at different stages of your life. And then when you look back in your life, you could see how each version has grown. You could see how each version has added into the new version that you are. I always used to tell myself, I always write a letter to myself, especially to myself at 23, because at 23 I lost my mom, and that version of me was a completely different person. And all about softness, all about taking care of myself, all about pouring into myself. And I can't hate that version of myself. But she was traumatized. She was trying to protect me. So I have to love her, because she brought me here. She carried me through the grief. And I am so grateful to be this version of myself, a better version. And tomorrow I'm going to be even better. So you're going to grow. So you need to embrace it. You need to allow it. You need to just ensure that you are not overstressing yourself. You are not embarrassed of your past. Your past is your past for a reason. That's why it's the past. And that past version of you, you learned so much. And half of those things that you learned, if not all, you are applying it today. So do not hate that version of you. Every version of you is to be appreciated. Every version of you is to be embraced. I'm turning 30 next year, and I'm gonna look back at this my 20th decade because it's a different version of me. And when I'm 30, I'm gonna be a completely different person, and that's okay. And I am so happy of how the different versions of myself have carried me through my life and to bring me to where I am. I am wiser because of it. I am smarter. I am more confident. I am more in tune with myself, my mind, my soul, my body, because I have embraced this version of me. There's nothing and no one from my past that can come and be like, didn't you? Girl, that girl doesn't exist no more. She don't exist. So drop that shit. That girl don't exist. So why are you trying to stress her out? Leave the past in the past. You know what I mean? So honestly, just take it one step at a time. This version that you are, embrace her. See how far she can take you. The next version, when she comes, embrace her. Because you're gonna be different. And that's okay, because you are not you're not meant to be stagnant. God did not create you. You're meant to be fluid. You're meant to change. You're meant to transform. That is what life is about. If you've gone through life and you haven't changed, my dear, I'm sorry. Life is passing through you, but you are not passing through life, if that makes any sense. So give yourself a break. Stop stressing yourself. Stop trying to get back to old versions of you. Stop comparing yourself to the past versions of you. Or even some that people do that they don't realize is comparing yourself to future versions of you. You haven't gotten there yet. Live in the present. Live in each moment. Live in each version of yourself. At the moment, embrace it, love it, and then you will be able to look back at your life a lot fuller, with a lot of laughter, with a lot of joy, with a lot of lack of regrets. You should never regret anything you do. Embrace it, because that version of yourself didn't know any better. Do you get what I mean? So That is what point 4 is about, is that you outgrow different versions of yourself, and that's okay. Embrace it. Confidence is built, not born. Let me say that again. Confidence is built, not born. Look, in life, you don't wake up in the morning and then you say, oh yes, I'm confident. No, you try different things. You learn about yourself. You spend time with yourself. You get to know what you like. That's how your confidence is built. I always say that everybody should spend time with themselves. Do things that you like. I am a big believer of dating yourself. Take yourself out for a nice date. Take yourself out for a drink. Go to places that you would not always go. Stop waiting for Son of Adam. Do things that you would normally not do on a normal day. Put yourself out of your comfort zone, because I can tell you that it is in that uncomfortable place that confidence is built. Because when you see that you're able to push past the limitation that your mind gives you, your confidence would increase. I want to say one thing. It is scientifically proven that your brain doesn't allow you do new things. Your brain doesn't push for uncomfortable situations. Your brain always likes to make you stay in this comfortable place. And honestly, if you're in a comfortable place, you're not growing. You're not growing. For you to be able to grow and build that confidence that you are looking for, you have to do things out of your comfort zone. Honestly, you have to fake it till you make it. I believe it. If you're not confident, sweetie, fake it. Affirm yourself. Dress nice. Look good. Smell good. Take care of yourself. Pour into yourself. Because when you pour into yourself, when you date yourself, when you take care of your skin, when you take care of your mind, when you take care of your body, even little things as what you eat, how you eat it, when you eat it, at what time you do things, even little things that even just incorporating joy into your life allows your confidence to grow. Your confidence radiates, and honestly, people spot your confidence from a mile away. So if you have to fake it. There are a lot of people out here that are not as confident as they look. They are not as confident as they present themselves. They are faking it. Join them. Honestly, it is not born. You're not born. You don't wake up this day and I'm a confident woman. No. It grows. It is built. And it is built from a lot of uncomfortable situations. So ask yourself, what is the one thing that is going to get me closer to the version of myself that I want to be? And do that. One thing every day. I genuinely believe, if you know, I love reading books, and one of my favorite books is Atomic Habits. And Atomic Habits teaches you to increase your habits 1% every day with a gradual increase. So your confidence should also be that. Your confidence, my mother always taught me that your confidence starts from within. Nimegi, inside you. That's how your confidence starts. So how do you think about yourself? How do you talk to yourself when nobody is there? When you make a mistake, are you kind to yourself or do you negative self-talk? When you are afraid, how do you talk to yourself? How do you dress? Do you like how you dress? Do you like how you feel? When you look at yourself in the mirror, do you talk good to yourself? Do you affirm yourself? Because how you think about yourself translates on the outside. If you do not think of yourself positively, you're not going to be that confident, because you're going to be thinking you're an imposter. But when you're one with yourself, your confidence just eludes. It just shows. It just radiates. So take it one step at a time. Do little things, little 1% incremental changes. Do you need to talk to yourself better? I always say talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend. If you wouldn't say that to your friend, you should never be saying that to yourself in the first place. So talk to yourself, encourage yourself. How you dress, from your bra to your pants. How is your skin? How does your skin feel? How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? Do you feel good? Do you feel beautiful? All those little things that you think that don't matters. And literally, they add up, and that's what grows your confidence. And the top one as well is do things you will not do on a normal day. Let social anxiety be afraid of you. And this is for my introverts. Put yourself out there, because it's out there, and it's in being confident in your ability and in putting yourself out there that you can grow in your confidence of your ability, because your brain has evidence. You need to give yourself or your brain evidence, so that whenever you're feeling low, your brain can refer back to those evidence and be like, okay, we are a confident person. We are just in a bit of a slope. Does that make sense? You are allowed to reinvent yourself. You are not supposed to stay the same. You are allowed to wake up today and decide to be a completely different person. You are allowed to wake up tomorrow and be a completely different person. You are allowed to reinvent yourself. Honestly, you are allowed to go from one person to another. Who said you can't? Who made those rules? Oh God. I mean, me, I cosplay my life every day. Today I'm a princess, tomorrow I'm a queen, next tomorrow I am somebody else. Reinvent yourself. That's how you grow. That's how you find out who you want to be. That's how you love yourself. Do new things. Find new hobbies. Buy new clothes. Do a new makeup look. Do a new hairstyle. Be a woman. If you want to be a woman that wakes up in the mornings and be a morning person, do that. If you want to be a night owl, do that. If you want to be a gym girly, do that. Who said that you cannot reinvent yourself? Every version, every stage, you are allowed to be someone new. You are allowed to present yourself in a different way. Don't let society lie to you. Life can change overnight. For everybody who knows me, knows that I lost my mom at 23. I didn't think. I never thought that would be my story. I never thought that I would become motherless at the age of 23. And that moment, I'm just trying not to get emotional. That moment changed my perspective of life forever. That moment taught me to live in the present. That moment taught me to appreciate the people that are around you, because everything changes overnight. What you saw today is not what you will see tomorrow. So make the most of every situation. If you have loved ones that are around you, tell them you love them. Take them out, make them feel special. If you love doing something, do it. If you love traveling, spend that money. Honestly, life changes just like this. So make sure you live in the moment. Make sure you enjoy every version of yourself, everybody around you. Enjoy the present moment, because life is funny and it's okay. When life changes, you have to move on. You have to remember that you got this. You're that girl, and you can push on. You have to push on, but you always have to remember to enjoy every moment that life has given to you, because it's not always going to be there. Grief would reshape you, but grief comes in different shapes and different sizes. It doesn't have to always be a loss of someone. It could also be a loss of a job, a dog, a version of you. It could be, grief just means loss, but it literally shapes you. And I'm going to talk about it from a point of losing a loved one. When I lost my mom, I used to be somebody who was very, what's the word that I'm looking for? I was very black and white, but grief taught me to be softer. Grief taught me to be a lot more empathetic to people's situation. Grief taught me to be kinder to myself, and grief taught me to live in the moment. It really, really reshapes the way you think. Sometimes it can put you in an anxiety place, and if you're not careful, you're going to be stuck in that place for the rest of your life. But it does shape you, and it doesn't shape you for bad. It actually shapes you for the better, because you've gone through something so tender that you can now appreciate life a lot more, that you are more open to life happening to you. You're more confidence in embracing life. I genuinely think that grief makes you a lot bolder than you realize, because you realize that the moment is fickle. You know, it makes you kinder. It makes you a lot more open. It makes you love loudly, harder, deeper, fully. You know, it makes you express yourself a lot more. And this is me, I'm speaking for me, because grief taught me that life is not is it infinite or finite? Or rather, yeah, life is finite. It has an end. So when I lost my mom, it also puts me in a very hyper vigilant part of myself, because, you know, I had to ensure my siblings were okay, and it allowed me to, at some point in my life, it took away from me because I was pouring into other people, but it also taught me that I need to pour into myself. It also taught me that I am important too. My emotions matter, my mental health matters, my life matters, you know, and it just showed me that I'm a lover girl. Honestly, I love. I love to love the people that are around me. I am so grateful. It increased my gratitude. And the most thing that grief did for me was it took me closer to God. I don't think I was ever as close to God as I am now when I lost my mom, because I had to understand the pain. I had to look for something to ground me, to give me an understanding. And God, it was God for me. It was Roxanne Essentials for me. Can become purpose. It counts. It birthed the way that I move through life today. It made me more aware of how women live their lives. It made me have a lot more love for women. It made me more outspoken and to use my voice even more. And it is through that pain that I have built something very beautiful. I have built Roxanne Essentials. Honestly, I allowed me to build this beautiful brand. And in this brand, it has allowed me to be very, very, very intentional with everything that I do. From the products that we create, to the way we move through the world, to the way that we put ourselves out there. I say we because we're a company. And I am manifesting international standards for myself and global standards. But it literally becomes purpose. I have seen so many people that maybe lost their mom to cancer or lost somebody. A beautiful example, and I love her from the bottom of my heart, is Shayo. Shayo's pain in losing her sister to sickle cell transformed how she moves through the world today. And now today she did a very amazing thing where she is doing blood drives, and she raised the highest number of blood donations. That is how pain fuels your purpose. Sometimes in life, God allows you to go through some certain pain, because it is in that pain that you will be able to think and dig deep enough to be able to birth what God has put inside you. Honestly, your pain also allows you to understand yourself better. Hence why you move with so much purpose, because you have been able to, you understand the gravity, you understand the negative side. So you move through the world with a completely different view that not everybody has. And if there's anybody that is currently going through grief, currently going through pain, I want to tell you that I am a testimony that your pain can become purpose. It's just how you channel it. And you will laugh again. You will smile again. And you will do great things. You just have to remember that that pain is literally just for that moment. But what you do with that pain is what matters. Honestly, what you do with that downtime, with that period where you are in that negative time, I call that time the wilderness. When you are in that wilderness period, what you do is what becomes purpose. And I always tell people not to waste their pain, because pain is the biggest fueler for your purpose in life. And the last thing I want to add on this point is that pain makes you very authentic. I don't know how to explain it, but it really does. Because you don't have time to care what other people are thinking about. You're just doing you. So When you get to that version, that painful part, fuel it, take it, transform it, and push it into something creative. And you're gonna look back and you're gonna be so proud of yourself. And I just wanted to take a second to say this to myself. I am so proud of you, Chisomaga. Chisomaga, I'm so proud of you for how you have navigated these 5 years. From losing your mom to building a brand. I am so proud of you. And I just want you to know that mom is really proud of you. Your pain really has become your purpose. And I see the way you move through the world. And I am so grateful, no matter how painful that version of my life was. I am grateful because it has shown me who I am today. It has brought me to this version of myself that is stronger, that has a voice, that is a lot more confident, that has a brand that is filled with purpose, and that it has also gotten me closer to God. Strength can come when you feel the weakest. Emotions are raw because you're authentically you, and because you are just focused on getting through that version of you and showing up in that weakness, putting yourself out there, showing up when you're confused is strength in itself, and nobody ever talks about that. Waking up in the morning, pushing through life when you don't want to, that is strength. Strength doesn't always mean that, oh, you are strong, you are holding things in your heart. Strength also means that you are soft. Strength also means that even in the weakest point where you cannot even think about moving forward to tomorrow, you still do. You still show up. You still go to that job. You still pour into yourself. You still make that content. That is strength. Don't let anybody belittle what strength looks like for you. Everybody's strength capacity is different. And if you're still showing up, even when you know you don't want to, you are strong. And that is strength. Strength doesn't always come when you're the strongest. It comes most times at your lowest point. And the ability to push through that lowest point gives your brain the evidence that you are indeed strong and you can get through anything. Healing is not linear. I think you guys just saw that I just broke down. You're gonna break down. You're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have days that you don't want to get out in the morning. You're gonna have days that you're on your highs. You're gonna have days that you're on your lows. And that is okay. There are days where you would have thought that you've healed for something and then suddenly it comes up again. That's okay. Deal with that emotion. Sit with it. It just means that the healing that you thought that you were, you're just learning more deeper versions of that pain, and you are embracing it so that you can become a better version of yourself. Healing is not oh, you just wake up in the morning, you are healed. No, you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have mixed days, you're gonna
Days
have
when
you don't even know what is happening. You're gonna have times when you don't even want to push forward no more. That is okay. That's okay.
Straight line.
Because it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. And when you're on your highs, it doesn't always mean that you're fully healed. And when you're on your lows, it doesn't mean you're not doing the work. You are exactly where you need to be. You need to embrace that feeling. Talk to yourself kindly. Give yourself grace. And know that you're going to be okay. It's going to be very messy. It is not as nice as they put it out to be. It is very messy. Lots of tears, lots of inner work, lots of personal work, mental work, lots of emotional work needs to be done, lots of talking to yourself as well, lots of speaking life into yourself as well, because it is only in reinventing that narrative that pain has caused in your head that you can be able to move on. So don't be so quick to not do the shadow work. Do that work. Sit with yourself. Sit with that pain. Find out why. Learn something new, and you might just be surprised how you will come out on the other side and you will be such a beautiful person. You will be glowing. Faith becomes real in hard seasons. To believe in something, you have to believe in something. In the world that we are today, you have to believe in something, because in your darkest times, in your hardest times, you need something to hold on to. You need something to remind you that you are not alone in this life. And for me, it was God. I said this in the previous point, that I found God. Not that I grew up in a Christian household, but I found God for me. I understood how God works in my life, who God is. I started learning about God's character, to apply it into my life. My faith has been the biggest thing that has carried me through the hardest times in my life. Knowing that it's going to get better, knowing that this too shall pass, knowing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel kept me going. And it's what is going to get you through the hardest seasons of your life. The 13th point, God's timing is not your timing. I say this for everybody who feels that they are not at the place where they thought that they would be. You are exactly where you need to be. Let me tell you, you are exactly where you need to be. Just because you thought that, at 25, you should have a multi-billion-dollar company. This is me. This is my dream. And then you get to 25, and then you're not there. Keep waiting. You can't keep holding on. You can't keep holding on to that negative narrative of, I need it to happen for me now. My dear, you will not enjoy life. You wouldn't enjoy the lessons, and you wouldn't see the growth. You will be depressed. You will be anxious. You know why? Because you are living in the future. That's what anxiety is. Anytime you have anxiety, remember that anxiety means that you're not living in the present. You're living in the future. So your brain is trying to figure out how you're going to sort it out. His timing is not your timing, but he is always on time. Can I get an amen? He is always on time. He does it when you least expect it. I say this to say, honestly, he does it when you least expect it. My advice to everyone who is watching this video: embrace life, be patient, enjoy the journey. Have faith, hold on to your faith, reaffirm yourself of those dreams that you have. When you remove pressure on the timeline, you would realize that life just becomes beautiful. You experience every day, which is a different day. You experience every feeling, every emotion, and you just live life to the fullest, because you're not just there waiting. You're not depressed. You're not holding on to, this should have happened by now. And life, honestly, live your life. Live your life, embrace life, and I am here to tell you that it would happen. It would honestly happen. You just need to give God time. That's just the truth. And that is one thing that I have learned. And the more you pressure something to happen, the more it doesn't happen. It literally doesn't happen. Sometimes it hasn't come because you're not ready. Because we pray for a lot of stuff that we are not yet ready to receive. So maybe think about it. Are you ready to receive it yet? Maybe you're supposed to start a podcast, for example, and at 20 you haven't started, but it is in your destiny to start it at maybe 30, 40, for example. You have to think about it that version of yourself has a lot more wisdom, has a lot more knowledge, has gone through a lot to be able to bring that dream into fruition. It may not be happening now because you do not have that capacity, and it is your future self that has that capacity. So what you're supposed to be doing in this time while you wait It's just building, working, doing the shadow work, doing what you need, letting go of unnecessary relationships, letting go of things that don't serve you, embracing life, and then you just wake up and woo, the dream is there. Trust grows through experience, not comfort. It does. And I say this is, when you meet somebody for the first time, you don't automatically trust them. You have to experience them. They have to show up. They have to prove their loyalty to you. That's how trust is built. And the same thing is with yourself. The same thing is with life. You can trust yourself when you have given your brain evidence that you can trust yourself. And trusting yourself only means doing what you say you need to do. Standing on that business. If you say you're going to wake up at 8, giving your brain evidence that you're waking up at 8 is your brain still teaching yourself to trust yourself. If you say you're going to leave that man, leave. Standing on business is what teaches you to trust yourself. Experiences is what teaches you to trust yourself. When you experience something that you've done and then it shows yourself that, oh my God, I could do this, your brain goes, woohoo. Wait a second, that's a dopamine hit. Let's record that. Let us file that. So the next time that you're going to do it, you just feel a lot more confident with yourself because you can trust yourself, because your word is your bond. Stop breaking promises that you have made to yourself. You are not able to trust yourself that way. Stop going against what you said you would do. You're not able to trust yourself. You cannot build trust in comfort. You can't just sit down here and be like, I'm okay, I'm not going to change, I am who I am. No, you have to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation because that's how trust is built. When you see yourself doing things that you would not normally do, you have a good feeling about yourself and you know you could do it. So that's where the trust is built. Not all friendships or relationship is meant to last. I noted that point. At every stage of your life, there are people that are going to go with you. Not every stage is not going to have everybody. Your childhood friend may not be your friend. I know it hurts, but it's the fact. There are some stages in your life. There are some places that God wants to take you that some people cannot follow you. It is easier to drag somebody down than to lift them up. I want you to understand that. It is easier to pull somebody down than it is to lift somebody up. And sometimes it is not your job to do the lifting. It is not your job. Sometimes your only job is to pour into yourself. The people that are meant to go into the next stage would go with you. I am here to tell you, you haven't met the people that will love you. You haven't met the plethora of people that are going to come into your life. You haven't met, the amazing people that you're going to come in contact with. God removes people, God brings people. There are people that are there for a purpose. There are people that are there. When I lost my mom, I had friends that were there during that period. And looking back, they were meant to be there because it is them that helped me get through that stage of my life. And that's okay. And I love them for that. And I am so grateful for that. They shaped me in ways that I cannot even imagine. I picked up habits and things from them that I am still applying to this day. But in the next stage of my life, they couldn't continue with me. And that's okay. They're all doing well in their all prospective lives. They're all okay. But we're just not good. We're just not friends. And that's fine. This next set of stage that I'm in my life, there are going to be new rooms. There are sometimes that you'll be isolated. You won't have friends because that is your isolation season. That is the season that you're meant to find and spend with yourself. Not every friendship is meant to follow you. Sometimes take a step back and ask yourself, the friendships and relationships that I have today, are they pouring into me? Are they blessing me? Are they uplifting me? If they are not, bye-bye. La poubelle to the bin. La poubelle. La poubella. And it's okay. Honestly, when you even let go of some relationships, you allow yourself to blossom. You allow yourself to grow. And you allow God to take you to the next stage. Love them. You wish them well. Embrace the lessons and move on to the next stage. The right people will celebrate you. Yeah. The right people will celebrate you, my love. Especially for my content creators out there, for my business owners out there. You know, not everybody is meant to support you. Not every friend is meant to celebrate you. The right people that are meant to be in your journey would celebrate you. They will scream from the mountaintops. They will put your name in rooms where you are not supposed to be in, but they know you are supposed to be in. They will cry with you. They will pray with you. They will laugh with you. They would encourage you. You haven't even begun to see the amount of people that will celebrate you. So if you are feeling that, oh, you're always there for everybody, but no one is there for you, I can tell you, I can reassure you, your season is coming. The right people will celebrate you. But I must say that for the right people to celebrate you, my love, I just want to add, you have to start to celebrate yourself. You have to clap for yourself when no one is clapping. You need to pour into yourself when no one is pouring, because also people reflect the way you put yourself out there. People reflect you back to you. Do you get what I mean? How you treat yourself is how people treat you. So if you don't celebrate yourself, sometimes people may not feel the need to celebrate you. But I say that to say that the right people will celebrate you. The right people will promote your business. The right people will promote your channel. The right people will bring the investors. The right people will bring the sponsors, will put you in rooms, would recommend you for that job, will recommend you for that promotion, for that sponsorship. The right people. And you should always pray for discernment and for the gift of men. That is a prayer. Pray for the gift of men. That is what they mean by the right people, the gift of men. So pray that the right people would sponsor you. The right people will laugh with you. The people that are making you feel small are not your people, oh. They are not your people, because your people would celebrate you and not even ask anything in return. You will even be wondering, am I doing too much? No, because God has positioned those people in your life to bring joy, to celebrate you. So if you're feeling a little bit uncelebrated, your time is coming. I can tell you for a fact. Your time is coming. Some people will misunderstand you, and that's okay. You were not built to be understood. You were built to be unique. And being unique means that John and Sarah may not understand you. If John and Sarah don't understand you, that's fine. Peter and Paul understand you. You know, it also boils back to the right people. You will find your people. Don't force relationships. Don't belittle yourself. Don't chase. Please, don't chase relationships that are not meant for you. Anything that is not serving you needs to go. La poubelle needs to go in the bin. People, look, you cannot, in this life, there's a saying in my in Igbo languages. God.
Proverb is ono mado na swonjo na sukwama.
It translates to, the mouth that speaks negative will still be the mouth that will speak positive. People will judge you. People would expect you to be a certain way, but you are not meant to be put in a box. Not everybody is meant to understand your dream. Not everybody is meant to understand why you do what you do. And even your parents, they don't need to understand you. Your family members don't need to understand you. You were created one on this earth. You were not created with them. So the sooner you stop expecting people pleasing, or you stop expecting validation from the outside and you validate yourself from the inside, my dear, the people that are meant to stay will stay. The people that are meant to go will go. Not everyone is meant to understand you. Not everybody is meant to pour into you. Not everybody is meant to even be around you, because some people are succubuses. They will suck your energy and drain you, and they don't want good things for you. So when you step into the room and you see that, okay, you are misunderstood, don't be so quick to justify yourself. And another thing that I've also learned is, don't be so quick to justify the narrative that is being put out for you. Yeah? Because sometimes some people have some narrative and God has intentionally put it for them to think like that. You are not there trying to reduce the narrative. My dear, embrace it. If they think you are a wicked person, okay. If they think you are a kind person, okay. If they think that, oh, you are a whore, fine. Be you, boo. Everybody will talk. The person that was encouraging you yesterday will be the person that will be discouraging you tomorrow. So, you don't even expect to understand you. Live your life. Be you. As far as you're authentically you, as far as you are not killing anybody, you are not stealing from anybody, you are not harming anybody, you are not causing pain to people. Sweetie, do you. And let everybody go and jump in the bed. Let everybody go and hug a transformer. Because the people that will talk positive will still be the same people that will talk negative. So my love, do you, embrace you, love you, feel you, live life to the fullest and stop thinking about what people think about you. And number 9, you see peace. When you have tasted peace, when you have tasted peace, I swear to God, you will be so quick to cut out anybody that disrupts your peace. Look, and it also goes back to situations. I'm going to tie in something here. When you are in a situation and you don't feel peace, that's not for you. Remove yourself from that situation. Because peace that surpasses all understanding. Do you know what peace is? It means that your mind is calm. It means that your heart is clear. It means that you are just living life the way life is supposed to be lived. It means that you are not stressing yourself. It means that you wake up happy, wake up flawless. Your skin is glowing. Do you know what it is to wake up in depression? Do you know what it is to wake up? Your mind is racing, helter and skelter. Do you know what it is to be tossing and turning? You cannot sleep. Anybody that wants to steal your peace should go, needs to go in this day and age. Your peace is your mental. I hope you know. Your peace is your mental state. Your peace is your mental mind. So protect it, because that's your whole being. Anything that disrupts your space, gotta go. It needs to go. Anybody that makes you feel small, La Poubelle. Anything that makes you, La Poubelle, your peace should be your main priority. Because when you are at peace, you have clarity, you can create effectively, you can be as effective as you need to be, you can think clearly, you can make wiser decisions, you can make smarter decisions, and you are just glowing. You are healthier, mentally calmer, mentally zen, spiritually zen. So please, protect your peace at all costs. There's nothing more to say on that one. Please live alone, because living alone teaches you a lot. If you're somebody that has never ever lived alone, at some point in your life within your 20s, please do it. Because living alone teaches you what you like, who you are, how to behave, and it teaches you independence. There are a lot of people that go from, and it's not a bad thing. It's a privilege. If you're privileged to have a lovely, wonderful family where you can live with them at peace, wonderful, great. But as a woman, specifically as a woman, I'm speaking to all my ladies out here. Please live alone. Please live alone. Please live alone. I have been living alone for the past 10 years. And I can tell you, what I have learned in living alone, it has taught me to be a lot more selfish, which is not a bad thing. It has taught me boundaries. It has taught me to protect myself, my space. My space is sacred. It has taught me how to be a responsible adult, because I have had to learn to pay bills. I have had to learn to organize my groceries. I have had to learn to organize my time. It has taught me to be just confident in my body. I can wake up in the morning and walk naked around my house. Who is holding me in my house? You understand? I can just enjoy being with myself. My house reflects the aesthetics that I want for my life. It just feels nice, coming home to a quiet space, you doing your thing, and it just teaches you a certain level of independence. And for the women, when you live alone, I swear to you, it translates in whatever relationships that you want to get, because there's a certain confidence that you get, independence that you get when you live by yourself. Before you even enter any relationship, when you are doing things for yourself, making choices for yourself, deciding things for yourself, it gives you a confidence. It allows you to know who you are. So if you ever enter any relationship, you know who you are, you know what you want, you know how you like, you know how you do things, and it will be a lot easier to transition and stand your ground and be a lot more assertive to the things that you like. But you've never lived on your own, so how do you know what you like? Do you know if you like fried takeout on a Saturday? Do you know if you like long baths? You don't know that, and you have to discover that. So please, to every woman out here, please, if you are listening to me, if you can, because obviously living alone is not something everybody can afford, but if you can, at a point in your life, please live by yourself, and you will thank me later. You're a lot more capable than you think, which is point 21. Stop doubting yourself. You are a lot more capable than you think. You can achieve anything you put your mind to. You are your biggest limitation. So stop thinking you can't do anything. The moment you think you can't do something, that is the moment your brain actually believes. You know, there's a saying that your brain doesn't know what is true or what is bad, and what is true or what is not true. So if you tell yourself, I'm not a gym goer, your brain will remind you you're not a gym goer. You understand? If you have a dream, you have a goal, and you want to achieve it, go ahead and do it. The sky is your oyster. You understand? You only put a ceiling on yourself. You are more than capable than you think. You are more than capable than you realize. Just set your mind, open your mind, challenge yourself, and see how far you can push yourself. You are not that person that you think you are. You are not lazy. You are not confident. You are capable. You are just not tapping into your capabilities. And I want you to remember that. I think that point on its own speaks for itself. And I'm not necessarily going to go into too much of it, but I want you to hear it. You are a lot more capable than you realize. Your timeline is your own. When you choose to do things, how you choose to do things is your own. My mom always used to tell me, one thing I learned from my mom is that just because you're not doing something now does not mean that you will not do it. When it is your turn to do it, there will be bigger, better versions of that thing that you want to do. I'll give you an example. Traveling. You may feel like, oh, you are at a certain age, you are in your 20s, you've not traveled, you've not seen the world. It's okay. You can always travel at 30. You can always travel at 40. And when you are traveling, guess what? You will be richer, more luxurious trip, more stable, and have higher taste. Sometimes when something is not happening for you at a particular timeline, goes back to the point that we made. It just means that at that time, it may not just be the time for you. You have other priorities, and that's fine. You own your timeline. You own when you want to get married. You own when you want to give birth. You own when you want to travel. You own when you want to live by yourself. Nobody is in competition with you. Break that spirit of covetousness, of looking at another person and wishing that was you, because your journey is different. Everybody's journey is different. There's something my dad always used to tell me. He would say that you will see somebody, they are achieving it on 16, 17, 18, 20, they are there. Gradually it's happening. Your own is gradually. Maybe at 50 you're supposed to be a multi-billionaire. At 30 you are not confused. You are not looking like at Paul was supposed to get his wealth at 16 because Paul was supposed to die at 35. God forbid, not for everybody. But you are comparing yourself with Paul. Paul's timeline is immediate. Paul is now. Another example, Paul might also be somebody that is getting everything, but in his future is bleak. His future is bleak. But you are like the tortoise. You're supposed to be taking gradual steps, and now you're just stressing yourself. Your timeline belongs to you. Let nobody come and stress you. Comparison is a thief of joy. Do not compare yourself. Be you. Only compare yourself to you. You are your own biggest competition. Every other person is counterfeit. Do you understand what I mean? Every other person is counterfeit. You are literally your own biggest competition. So only compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Stop looking at every other person because everybody is different. You don't know how they got it. You don't know what they did. You don't know where they went to. You don't know what they've dabbled inside. You are far better off than you realize. With a lot of people, you are way better than you realize. You just have to accept that you are. So stop comparing yourself. You are exactly where you need to be. Nobody has everything figured out. Everybody is just trial and error. Ask any adult that you see. Nobody knows what they're doing. Everybody is just learning as it comes. So you don't need to have it figured out. You don't have to have your life together. Which goes back to our previous point. Don't compare yourself. Just because that person seems like they have their life together doesn't mean that they do. You don't have to have it figured out. You are allowed to learn. You are allowed to grow. Even with your dreams, you don't have to have it figured out. Do you know what clarity means? Clarity doesn't mean, wow, I can see everything now. No. That's not clarity. Clarity is not, revelation. No. Clarity just means that, this is what I want to do, and I'm heading in that direction. Sometimes it's an idea, a thought. You get what I mean? That will just lead you to your next step. In life, you're supposed to unlock one door, then that leads you to the next door. And when you get to that door, you unlock the door. That's how life is. You don't have to have it figured out. God never told you to figure it out. He just told you to trust and not to be afraid. So what you need to do is show up. Have the blueprint at the back of your mind and work with that. Keep your eye on the goal. But my dear, how you are going to get there, you will learn on the way. You will learn. Every day is a learning curve, and you need to honestly embrace that, and that's okay. Small beginnings matter. The Bible also says, do not despise the days of humble beginnings. It matters. I remember in 2016 when I was pounding shea butter in my mother's house, when I was using mortar. I don't know if you guys know mortar. If you people are not Nigerian, in mortar is I will look for a picture and I'll touch it to this room. When I was using mortar to pound shea butter, I was using turning stick, the natural way. You know people, you know how you make eba. I was using turning stick to turn my shea butter. Now look at me. I am the owner of a company, a limited liability company. I am somebody who has produced formulations. I now have a full skincare line. Small beginnings they always matter. Please don't despise it. Don't think that, this small idea, this content that you are putting, that that nobody would like it. Look at the packaging, it's not packaged properly. You don't have to be 100%. Start small. Start with what you have and build. As you have, you grow, you edit, you refine. Where my containers are for Roxanne Essential was not where they was. Those of you who know where we are coming from. My containers used to be any container that I used to see in my mother's cupboard. But today, I have a packaging. Small beginnings matter. It applies to your fitness. Going for a 30-minute walk today, it doesn't mean that you'll lose the weight you want. No, but it compounds. Habits compound. Small beginnings matter. Protect your small beginnings. Document it. Write small wins. Journal. Keep it, because you will look back and you'll be like, wow. Most of all these content creators that you see, you think that, they just blew up instantly. No, small beginnings matter. Like doing this YouTube video, I don't know where it's going to lead me. I don't know where I'm going to be. Maybe I'll be on TED Talk. I'll be talking on TED Talks, which I will. Talking on panels in the future. Did you get what I mean? But this is my small beginning. Just standing in front of the camera. We all love the Jackie Ainas of the world. We love the Sleepy Shios. We love the Nella Roses. But they started from somewhere. And you too are starting from somewhere. So please, don't belittle your small beginning. It matters. Consistency beats intensity. Consistency does not mean high every day. No. Consistency means, today I post that video. Today I record it. Tomorrow I write a caption. I showed up today. Okay, I didn't show up this week, but I showed up next week. This Roxanne Essentials, if I tell you how on and off, even with my YouTube, you people know that this is a return video, but I'm back, because that's what consistency is. Consistency is still just coming back and coming back and coming back and coming back. When you now look at it and you measure it at the end of the day, you can see how big it has, come up to be. Just like weight loss. You don't lose the weight, but when you're consistent, you are going to the gym every day. Eventually eventually you will just wake up one day and whoo, you are the weight that you want. It's like a drop of water. A tiny steady drop of water. Just think, 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 think. It looks like nothing. But then you come back in an hour and that place has been flooded. That is what consistency looks like. So you don't have to be, oh my God, I need to run this business. I need to come up with so much vim, vim, vim. That's why a lot of brands also don't grow and a lot of brands die, because they come in with so much intensity. They come in so much hotness. They can't keep up. It also goes to your relationship. Is that guy showing up every day? Is he there for the dark times? Is he there for the right times? Is he there for the good times and the bad times? Does he bring you flowers? Does he care about the little things that does he show up consistently? Because that's what makes a good relationship. It applies to everything. Consistency is way better than intensity. So keep showing up and don't despise those little moments. Okay? Rejection is not always rejection. It's redirection. No's don't always mean no. No's mean not yet. Not yet. Which goes back to the point that I made. Your timeline is not your own. Sometimes something will happen that you need to be redirected. You might feel like, oh my God, this is a rejection. I'll give you an example. Not a lot of people know this. I lost my job in 2025. It felt like I was rejected. I was confused. I did not know what I was supposed to do. But look at me today. I have a new job. I have a company. I have a company. I have products. I have a personal brand. Because that loss of job was not a rejection to me. It was just God rerouting me in where I needed to be, which is walking in my purpose. So whenever something has happened, don't personalize it. Don't always personalize it, because it's not always about you. Most of the time, it's not about you. It just means that you're being rerouted to where you need to be. And when you start to embrace that mindset, you will see how the world would open up for you. Growth is uncomfortable, but it's necessary. It's very uncomfortable. It's very messy. Especially if you're growing in the public space, you're growing with people seeing you. It is very, very uncomfortable. But it is very necessary. Because for you to be who you need to be, you have to grow. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to do uncomfortable things. You know? Do you get what I mean? So growth is very uncomfortable, but it's extremely necessary to bring you to who you need to be. You are still becoming. You are not fully who you need to be. You are still becoming. This version of you is just a version. There will be different versions. There will be better versions. There will be you at your highest point, walking in the purpose that you are supposed to walk in. You know, you are still becoming. Give yourself grace. Move with grace. Give yourself the love that you deserve. Pour into yourself. Celebrate every version of yourself. And I have grown so much. Honestly, I am so grateful. Doing this video just made me realize how much I have grown. I've become a brand new woman. And I do want to say that your 20s will test you. Your 20s are there to test you. And that is okay. Allow it to test you. Embrace it. Love it. It's messy. It's uncomfortable. But that's the fun of it. And that's the beauty of it. So just embrace that version. And this is me speaking into my 30s. My 30s are going to be marvelous. My 30s are going to be luxurious. My 30s are going to be stable financially, emotionally, spiritually. My 30s are going to blow my mind because I can't even begin to fathom where I'm going to be. My journey so far has been wonderful. I am so grateful for everyone that has been part of my journey. I am so grateful for the lessons that I have learned. I miss my mom. It is one tragic thing in my story. I miss her every single day. But I have grown to love my siblings more. I have grown to have a better relationship with my father. And I have just grown to be a better person in general. And I know that my mommy will be proud of me. I know that she looks down on me and she smiles. And I really just hope that, you know, she's just proud of the woman that I've become. Because I'm her exact carbon copy. So she should be proud. And I'm so proud of you, Chisom. I just want to take this second to say, Chisom, I am really proud of you. Chisomaga, I am very proud of you. I am proud of your journey. I am proud of how far you have come. I am proud of the uncomfortable places that you had to go through. I am proud of how you keep putting yourself out there. I am proud of how you keep showing up and keep, wearing your crown and keep putting yourself out of your comfort zone. Your life is going to be great. You are going to be great. And I know it. And for you to have brought me this far, for the different versions of myself, Chisom, I am so grateful. Thank you. I will not change it for the world. Here is to my end of my 20s, and here is to a new decade. Thank you guys for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you guys for coming to my YouTube. I apologize for how long this video is. If you have gained some gems, let me know what gems spoke out to you or what points spoke out to you in the comment section. Follow, subscribe if you want to see more of this. Thank you for taking out your time to just listen to what I have to say, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
High volume. Am I really that much?